Well, welcome back. Day two. We've never had one of these, so this is a first. But looking forward to it. I thought yesterday went pretty well. A lot of lively discussion. We went a little long yesterday. Uh, this morning, the good news is we'll not go long. My talk won't go long this morning. This one, the next one might, but this one won't. Just kind of going over. We had a lot of vendors here yesterday and talked about their stuff. Today we have a few more, and some of the things they're presenting on are going to be very similar, but they have their own take on them, and so it's going to be quite a bit different. I'm sure Thermo is, Pete's not going to talk to the same things that Doug talked about Teledynes yesterday when he talks about his IQ analyzers. So you're going to get a little bit different take. Rockwell's here. I see Reagan anyway. She's in the back. And Laura's here from Permapure. And I'm missing somebody else. They're not here yet. Okay, Derek's not here from Thermon. They're going to be here this afternoon to talk about their sample lines. Somebody asked me yesterday which analyzers we use the most and which heated sample lines we use the most. And to be perfectly honest, I think right now, for this year, I think Thermo is probably a little bit ahead of Teledyne as far as the number of analyzers we've ordered, but not by much. And last year, I think Teledyne was just a few more than Thermo, so it's pretty even, pretty close take on which ones we use. From the heated sample line perspective, it's pretty similar, pretty close. Bob Burdick was here yesterday from Universal and Permapure, and I think we use a few more Permapures than we do Universals, but they're all pretty close. So that's why all these people are here, because we're using their products a lot in our systems, and so that's why we invited them to come and talk to you about their products and their take on the industry and what they're doing and what all that stuff is about. So should be a good day and learn some more stuff today about the products that are offered out there and their take on what's going on. Same comments as yesterday, sharing ideas. I think we had a lot of that yesterday. We had a lot of talk back and forth, meeting the CiSCO people. There was a bunch of them here yesterday. I saw they were all here. I think they all came for lunch. Walt was buying lunch yesterday for the CiSCO workers. But we're getting your questions answered. Here's today's agenda. We're starting today off with a topic that was kind of a funny topic, because Bob came to me a few years ago, because he did this topic 5 years ago, about that. And he came to me and he goes, "Well, I have like 2 minutes of presentation." I said, "Don't worry, it'll be fine." "You gave me 45 minutes. I said, "I know, Bob. Don't worry about it." After an hour and 10 minutes, we finally cut off all the discussion. So I said, "You know what? Let's come back and talk about that again. I don't want to spend an hour and 10 minutes on it, but I think it's a good topic to discuss again." So Bob Salerno is going to be talking about calibration correction. Then I'm going to talk about analyzer and PLC replacements. That's kind of a big topic. That's what we do a lot of right now. That's probably half of our business, is going back into systems that exist and change out the analyzers, change out the PLCs, change out the sample systems. And it just is kind of going through all the things that we've learned in doing that you need to be prepared for, what we prepare for or try to prepare for. So you have all of that going on. I didn't mean to skip Rockwell there, and they're talking. And then Thermo, Pete's going to talk about thermo analyzers. And then Cindy and Brian are going to talk about end of life for software and PLC equipment and OIT panels and what you have to prepare for. I'm not going to spend much time on analyzers on that side. We know which analyzers are out there and which ones are going away, so we'll kind of briefly mention that, but that's about it. Then Permapure is going to talk. We'll have lunch, and then this afternoon we'll talk about cal sequencing and then the heated sample line stuff. So the reason this cal sequencing thing came about is we've had a lot of questions about the terminology we use in our software and what order we do the calibrations in and why. And is it possible to change that order? And the answer is yes, but we want you to be aware of what the implications are when you do that. And so the sequencing is there. The terminology, there's differences about, and yesterday, Charlie talked about the out of control comment and what that means versus failing a cal and what that means, and what is failing a daily cal, and what is that a warning? Is that what is it? And the 4 times and all the other stuff that goes on. So the terminology differences between 60 and 75, and then how we flag them in the software. And if you have opinions on that, we would certainly like to hear it. So make sure you bring that up, because I think the more we know about what your operators and what your people at the plants are expecting is beneficial to us when we code and write the things that we do. And one of the things that came up yesterday was, can you change the phraseology on the linearity stuff? And yeah, we can do all of those things. You know, we can put it in Spanish, we can put it in French. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, yeah, well, we have a software system running in French in Algeria, and we have another one running up in Beaconcourt in Montreal. And I'm quoting another project right now. I haven't told software yet, and they want it in French. So anyway, that's happening as we speak. Well, I'm not doing it right now, but I will be.